Well, it may not be very big, but wait till you see what comes out of it. Also, I got some cool stuff from Amazon. Shing! Whoa, there's a box of stuff here, but one thing didn't show up, and that thing is going to help me take care of what's in this box, and I'll show you that later. I'm not here to waste your time, so here's what's in the box. Blink, doodle, bonk, clicky, clicky. Eep, bronk, click, beep, bong. Now we'll go through them slower, tell you why I got them, and explain them a little bit. Timestamps down below. But first, a note about how I use Amazon. So I don't use Amazon that much. I don't have Amazon Prime. I tend to use it only for tech stuff that I can't find locally. I add stuff to my cart, and then every month or two, I'll go through and see if there's anything worth ordering and do one big order. And that's what we got here. This is one of the larger orders because I've been working on a lot of projects, in part because of this channeling thing. First, some phone stuff. And if you watched my video about the iPhone Air here, then you'll know there was a couple issues I had with it. I'm trying to solve those. So the first one is this iPhone Air case by Tocol. Box out of the way. It's light green. It's fun, maybe? Well, the color's nice. See how it looks in the phone. That looks great, especially with that color text right there. Look at that. That's nice. Bit thick, but it fits well. This is only for traveling because I normally use my phone without a case. But now and then when I'm out and about, sometimes I like to have a case on it, so it's very noticeable, and this color should make it very, very noticeable. Let's see how heavy this case is. I got my scales. This is a Jettech case that I really like. It's very thin, but it's a bit loose around the corners. So that old case is 24 grams, 33. Ooh, that's a hefty boy. I wish it was a little bit lighter. The next thing from that phone video was my MagSafe wallet. I was having trouble getting the cards out when it was snapped on the back here like this. So you put some cards in, and they're just tricky to get out with the camera bump. And so I would end up fumbling and dropping cards. So I thought, oh, maybe there's a better wallet out there. So I saw this one from the same brand, Sinjimoru. It's a side loader instead of a top loader, and it has a flap that goes over the covers. So, oh, maybe that'll solve my cards flying everywhere problem. Bit of a darker red. Get the scale out again. I'm obsessed about phone weight, as you can probably tell. This old one is 31, and this one, 34. Oh, that's not much different. So it has a handle as well, which is nice. It has this flap, so you can keep your cards in. So let's take my Canadian Transit card collection. Ooh, a bit awkward to get cards in. Oh yeah, it's much tighter than my old one. Strange, it's like kind of folded in on itself. What's going on here? Okay, well that seems a lot more secure anyway. I don't think those cards are going anywhere, but they're gonna be a bit of a chore to get out, I would think. I'll definitely give this a good try and see if it solves my problem with cards falling out, or makes it worse. All right, so next is a phone stand. So I've been using this Aqara MagSafe charging stand. And the way this works is you pop your phone on there, you pop your AirPods here, and they charge wirelessly. I've had a lot of issues with this, with like the AirPods overheating or the phone charging super, super slow or not charging at all. Or if you put two on at the same time, it gets confused and just blinks these lights down here. Sometimes it works fine, charges both just like it should, and sometimes it just decides to not do any of those things. I'm also using this guy here for my Apple Watch, but the Apple Watch doesn't always grip it. I think because this is a bit too deep, so I thought, hey, if I got a 3-in-1, it'll solve that problem too. So I went with this high-rise 12 South one. It's not the fastest. You can get faster wireless chargers, but I don't care about wireless speed. I wanted it for the shape, so it's got this length to it here, so when I take the phone off, I always do this and then tilt it back like that. And this one kind of wobbles and stuff. So I thought, hey, if I had some length to it, there's more leverage for taking the phone off. And 12 South products are usually pretty good quality. There it is. It's got a nice softer material on it. Let's see how it does taking the phone on and off. It still could stand to be a bit heavier at the base. Maybe I'll put some grippy feet on it. That should be okay. Compared to this one, which can come with it sometimes. Like, whoa! This one, if I really yoink it off, it stays put. So that should be better for docking and charging. Put that over here. Whiskey time. I wanted this to look like whiskey. It's just peach juice. It ain't whiskey. What's next? So the next batch of stuff is for the digital audio music player-y thing I'm trying to make. So I posted a video last week turning this iPhone into an iPod. I'm also trying out other music players. I have this one, which is a little physical MP3 player. I might make a video on this after. But also in my car, I don't use CarPlay or anything. I use these little USB-C adapters with tiny SD cards in them. I got a few more SD cards here. Anytime you order an SD card from Amazon, you're definitely taking a gamble. So now I have some 16 gigabyte cards. These are 32 gigabyte cards. Now I have some 64 gigabyte cards, so I can swap them in and out of my music players. And these are relatively cheap. You can get them in bulk. Then I load them up with a season or a feeling. So I have a spring playlist or winter playlist. I'll put one on each card, and then I can swap the cards out in the car. They also work in this thing. This takes micro SD cards. So I'm trying to have more of these guys around, and these are like kind of like mixtapes, if you will. But of course, these are very, very easy to lose. And so, memory card holder, it's from K&F, and they do some, reasonably priced, reasonable quality camera stuff. And all it is a little plastic thing to hold cards in. Some foam. Very exciting. Got some orange on it too. Wow, fun. So maybe my idea of physical music media will be micro SD cards with all my different music genres on them. Anyway, at the very least, that'll be useful for in my car. Next thing is a cable. Plug this dock into my wall amplifier, which I don't have, so I can play my music on my wall speakers. Do you really need more explanation for a cable? I can give you a long explanation for a cable. This cable was born in 1925 when they invented a 3.5 millimeter standard. Okay, next is a weird one. It's an HDMI dummy plug display emulator. I got a 3-pack because it was the same price as one. What these tiny guys do is trick your computer into thinking there's a monitor attached. Why would you want to do that? I have an old Mac Mini running as a little server here in the house. Has some files on it, some web development stuff, nothing exciting. But it keeps crashing. So after a very long conversation with Claude, the AI, it told me that I could use one of these and then it would possibly stop crashing. And it said for $10, just do it and try it. And as I dug into it, I found the computer was just generating an enormous amount of logs for where's the monitor, like every few seconds, like where's the monitor. So something about this constant logging and erroring is possibly causing an issue to build up over time. It usually crashes every week. So I'm going to slap one of these in there and see if that fixes it. And whew, I almost went one whole video without mentioning an Apple product, but I got this one. Normally I'd buy something like this from the Apple store. It's just a magic keyboard with Touch ID. But I really like Amazon warehouse deals. That's where you can buy used or return stuff for slightly cheaper. So if I'm ever buying anything, I always check there first to see, because I've had good experiences. You save money, and I don't mind something being slightly used. Save some money, that's totally fine with me. And so this one was one of those. I don't know how much I saved, maybe 20 bones, but ask a skeleton what happens if you take away 20 bones, and like, it's serious. So I'm going to use this keyboard in place of, well, all these. This is my main one right now, a Newfie. I really like this one. But really what I'm looking for is a new portable keyboard. I got this thing. It looks great, but the keys are not lined up right, so your muscle memory is all messed up when you try to use it. Yeah, I was really, really helpful about this, but it didn't quite work out, so I'm going to use this as my travel setup keyboard. I do kind of miss when I'm sitting at my desk not having Touch ID, because I like to touch things. It's like a weird Christmas. And the next thing is a security camera. I like the Aqara brand. It seems to respond really fast when you tap the video in HomeKit. It's boom, it's there. And a few other brands, they have a bit of lag, I think, because you have to go to the cloudy cloud first. And this one just like shows you the video. And that's really all I want to see. And yeah, you need a fast responding camera, because my current one is so slow that by the time I pull the video feed up, the raccoon has eaten my garbage and has run away. Not that I would stop the raccoon, but I like to watch. I already have an Aqara one, so I hope this one works just as well. HomeKit. And the last category, before I get to that big old box down there, is stuff for filming. And if you film videos, you know you need a lot of weird little tech things. You ever think how much content on YouTube is just about making content on YouTube? And if we didn't make content on YouTube, we wouldn't need all the content about making the content. Oh look, it's another memory card holder. And you can never have too many SD card holders. If you're doing photography or videography, SD cards just go like, whoa! So like keeping control of your SD cards is like a whole thing. Also, they're like super tiny, so they're very easy to lose. Hopefully that will keep them all in one place. Maybe. I'll still lose them. Then a quick release kit for snapping my camera in and out of the tripod faster. I don't even use a tripod. I use an old microphone stand and a little thread adapter, which isn't the most stable, but this will really help me getting my camera in and out of it. I should probably get a tripod at some point. And then a SmallRig. It's a crab-shaped super clamp kit with magic arm. Okay, I'm still changing and refining my setup every video, so thought an extra little tool to help me play with different setups, maybe move my camera over here, or put it over here, or clamp on a microphone. I'd like to get a different microphone to use that's not stuck to me all the time. Okay, now for the thing that didn't show up. It's a USB cable tester. This box is full of cables and stuff, and there's a lot of old USB-C cables in there. I'd like to have all my USB-C cables are relatively similar specs, so fast data and charging. And I have some now that do both and some that are USB 2, and I don't know which are which. I can get rid of the charge-only cables. I'm sure somebody will find those useful. And then I can make sure I only have high-quality USB-C cables. I could buy all new cables, but I probably have enough good ones. I just don't know which ones they are. Whenever I buy stuff and bring stuff into the house, I do like to purge an equal amount of stuff. So with this bunch of stuff that I got, I'm hoping to get rid of an equal amount of cables that'll even out my storage space. Some people might be hoarders. I'm the opposite of whatever that is. I want the least amount of stuff to do the thingy I need to do the thingy with, and that's it. Bit of a disappointing Christmas morning. Not a toy in the bunch. I don't know what I did to piss Santa off so much. I mean, there was that year I made his cookies out of laxatives and metal shards. Might have done it. Anyway, have a good night.